the meaning of arousal in sports?
For the introduction part is the definition of arousal in sport is first, according to Crete 1989, said that arousal as a readiness for act, physically, intellectually, and perceptual. Next, according to 1997, arousal as a stage, physiology readiness to act, physical, intellectual, or perceptual that is not influenced by emotion. Next, according to Krauss, 1998, defined revival as the level of physiology readiness that exists as a continuum of sound sleep up to the extreme pleasure. Last one, according to 1997, arousal is actually natural, while the effect is either positive or negative depends on the interpretation of the individual involved.
Okay, for the introduction, we got 4 theories in arousal in sports. Firstly is drug reduction theory. Secondly is inverted U theory. Thirdly is multidimensional anxiety theory. Last one is catastrophic model Fuzzy and Hardy.
Now I want to explain about the process of arousal. Arousal stems from the action of the autonomic nervous system. It controls autonomic action and function out of control of the body, such as our heartbeat. It can be divided into 2 systems, that is, sympathetic system and parasympathetic system. The sympathetic system can be considered as the center of the arousal by preparing the body for flight or fight actions, while parasympathetic acts as a sedative. If sympathetic activity increases, the individual levels of the arousal will also increase beyond the optimal level. So the parasympathetic is responsible for lowering the level of arousals. Okay, next we move to the optimum level of arousals. Based on research, living organisms actually find an appropriate and safe level of arousals while performing in sport. This level is known as the optimal level of arousal, and to obtain optimal arousal is known as the sensory status.
I'm gonna talk about indicator in arousal in sports. There are several tools are used to measure the level of arousal in an athlete. Okay, the first one we got EEG test, or we call it as electroencephalogram. Okay, the second is biomechanical indicator. Third one is ECG test, or we call it as electrocardiogram. Next is EMG, or we call it as electromyography. Another indicator in arousal in sport is respiratory rate. In addition of that, another indicator is blood pressure. Then, second last is palmar sweating. Last but not least is a galvanic skin resistance.
Keep in mind that music helps to regulate our emotion and our arousal level. In this example, is to perform hockey skills like create a hockey ball and doing an Indian dribble. By listening music, athletes will create an arousal level similar to that game. This can be accomplished with music, so that tasks are performed at a similar level to competition. The music also can use during training and can give advantage of a great arousal level at our performance.
Based on the video, the bowler is demotivated when the teammates have not given support. In consequences, the performance by the bowler is decreasing. However, when the teammates showed her support by cheering up her name and clapping loudly to lighten up and motivate her, she became more confident with her performance.
Initially, based on the video, the player cannot perform as well as he had perceived. He could not shoot well and the agility practice is not well performed. Later, he decided to increase his level of arousal by watching a video of what he was going to go. Based on the video, we can see that he managed to increase his level of arousal by improving his performance in training. To measure your level of understanding, I will give you some questions that related what you have learned. So, let's start it.
This is question 1. This is the answer for question 1. This is question number 2. This is the answer of question 2. This is question number 3. This is the answer of question number 3. That's all from our group. Thank you.